Hello. Hi. It's been literally, I'm bad at math, so don't ask me, but it's been since 2021. That's actually really sad. Anyways, the math comment. Anyways, it's been since 2021. That didn't even sound like a grammatically correct sentence. Anyways, it's been since 2021 since I uploaded anything. Actually, that's a lie. Pause. I would record episodes and then just not upload them because I was like, I don't like the way this sounds. I don't like the way I talked. I don't like like, girl, nobody gaff. Like, just post the video, right? Or post the thing. But before I didn't have video to go along with the my audio. I just was using audio. But now I have picture video to go along with this. Anyways, I'm recording this literally at midnight on a Monday, so please bear with me. But bear with me not that much, because look what I have. Jeez Louise. I have notes. Don't look at my notes. I took like 10 screenshots. Okay, so I took notes, and I actually, because I'm really prepared, I already have notes for the next episode planned out. But also, I just want to give a shout out to the gay community. I am an ally, and just kidding. Hashtag bisexual. But anyways, happy Pride Month. Technically, I started prepping to film on the 1st, which was the first day of Pride. But I decided to clean today, and I'm very happy my decision to clean, because happy space, happy brain, or whatever, bro. So I'm happy. But anyways, I have a lot to talk about because it's been years since I actually uploaded. But oh my god, I had a whole speech that I was gonna do about like being consistent with the things that you want to achieve, but if it comes to me later, it will. If it doesn't, so basically, I don't have that much on my list. And the things that I wanted to talk about in episode 2, I kind of want to talk about today, but I'm like, let me ease into it a little bit. But let's talk about dropping out of school, going back, and feeling like going back to school at 22 in 27 days. That's kind of scary. But yeah, no, like, I feel like trying to go back to school, because I'm like, also I'm attempting to look into the camera, because I'm looking at myself rather than looking at the camera, and I'm going to attempt to look into the camera. But yeah, I feel like going back to school at 22, because everybody who's going there is going to be like 18, 19. I'm going to be 22. But the thing that really inspired me to really go back to school was just watching like all my friends and my peers graduate, but also seeing at my best friend's graduation, like, I don't know if the girl was valedictorian, but watching her be like, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and I'm in my like 30s, and I just got my bachelor's degree. Like, there's no shame in that. Like, I'm doing it now, and that's what I needed to do for me. And I'm like, wait, she's tea, because I need that. I really needed that, because I get so in my head about like this stupid shit where I'm like, I can't because I'm old. And it's like, mama, your life is literally just beginning. You're turning 22, not 75. And even if I was turning 75, okay, it would be a little bit different if I was like, damn, I should have went back to college. Honestly though, low key, if you want to go back to college at 75, do what you gotta do, boo, because who cares? Who gaff? Nobody. But yeah, I just like, I have this like this passion to go back to school and be a student really bad right now. I'm like, I need this. And I think that's a thing this year where I'm like, if I really want something, I will make it happen. I have the power to make things happen for me, and it's my life, and I'm going to do just that. I'm going to do the things that I want to do, because the only person who is going to do them for me is me. So, yeah. Basically, though, that's the other thing that I want to talk about, was the decision to go back to school, but like where? Because I'm like, okay, I could go back to school in California and go to like CSUN or Cal State LA, or something in the general area of Los Angeles, or I could go a little further away, like Monterey Bay, San Marcos, like San Diego, going up north more. Because I'm deeply insecure. I'm like, somebody's gonna listen to that and think that I'm saying that San Diego's up north. Are you I'm the killer, actually. I'm psychotic. But anyways, I know San Diego is not up north. Please Please. Nobody was even thinking that. You're neurotic. But anyways, that's besides the point. But basically I was like, okay, like I could go up north for school perhaps, or stay in SoCal. But then honestly I really thought about it, and the school that I dropped out of, I was like, what if I like did the crazy thing and went back? Even though the first episode of my podcast is do not romanticize Rhode Island, and maybe I'm doing that now because I'm like, no, I can romanticize it. I can no. Cuz honestly, like listen, I love Providence. It like it'll always be a place that I did call home for a period of time, but honestly, I'm like, no. But I'm going to apply. I'm going to apply because there's a chance I might get in, there's a chance I might not. So like I should at least attempt to. You know what I mean? I should at least attempt to. But I also think I want to apply to schools in New York. I want to live in New York so bad. And it's on my vision board for this year to move to New York. But obviously I'm like, okay, I don't necessarily know if I want to move to New York in this very moment, but it is on my vision board. I would like to move to New York one day. Also, me being like, I don't know if I'd move to New York right now. Like, girl, you don't even have the money to live in California. You're crazy. Anyways, but yeah, I'm like, I am going to apply to schools like everywhere because, girl, I'm 22, not dead. And honestly, though, my mom was saying that. She was like, okay, like, because I was complaining about my age or something. And she's like, you're not dead. You're alive. Like, you can do whatever you want. You can live your life how you want. You're thriving. Do it. And I'm like, you know what? She is so right. But honestly, just like wanting to move out of state, sorry. And I have that on my notes, wanting to move out of state, but the burden that comes with it. And that was the thing I was thinking about that. Like, wanting to move, but being like, my parents are here though. My parents, I love my parents, and I wouldn't leave them. But then at the same time, it's like, okay, but your parents want what's best for you. Especially my mother, she's like, study abroad, do this, go to this place, go. And she was really pushing for me to go to college out of state when I was in high school. And like, maybe looking back, that wasn't right at that moment what I needed, but she was so right. She was so right. Ever since I've been a kid, my mom has always been like, do not stay in one place forever. Don't do that. Like, explore, travel. Like, and she's right. Like, why would I stay in the same place forever? And no shame to people who are like, I want to live in California forever. I want to live in Idaho forever. I want to live in Maine forever. Wherever they want to live forever. Hey, I'm sure there's great things in those places that make those people feel like that's where they want to be. But for me personally, no. But there's so much stuff that I love out here. Also, just like so many things that I love, like um environmentally. Like, California is such a versatile place, and like my dad and I always have this conversation about California, how like in California you can literally go to the beach in the morning and be in the mountains by night, or wake up in the snow in Big Bear and be at the beach in the same day and like watch the sunset in Malibu. Like, I don't like, where else can you do that in the United States? Nowhere. So, I just feel like we're just such a versatile place. Honestly, low key, no, never mind. Because I was thinking like, oh, maybe like you could do that in Seattle, but no, 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 not quite. Yeah, California's just so versatile. And I was in an Uber yesterday, and I was talking to my Uber driver about like living in California because she's not from here, and she was like, it's really expensive to live here, but you really have to consider like the incentives you get from living in California. Like, you get the beach, you get the mountains, you get the desert. Like, you have so much. You have like places in California where it's like strictly farmland, and like places where it's literally just coastal beach area. But then honestly, the cost of living though in California is absurd. And like, I agreed with what she was saying about like, because I never thought about like, oh my god, like that's true, like you get so much. Because she was telling me when she lived in Georgia, she would have to drive 5 to 6 hours, maybe even longer, to get to a beach. And I'm like, girl, I can go like 20 minutes, 15 minutes to like Santa Monica or Malibu or Venice or any other like type of beach. Like I don't have to be um driving 7 hours in a car to get to a beach. Like that's insane. Um so yeah. And I was like, okay, you're making points, you're making points. I never thought of that before. But then I really had to think about it. I was like, the cost of living here though is absurd. It's absolutely insane. Why is a studio $2,000 to $3,000? I'm shitting where I sleep. I'm cooking where I shit. Why am I paying $3,000 to live in a box? To live in a 2x4 box? Please. Like, get out of my face with that, bro. But anyways, yeah, no, the cost of living in California makes me panic often. It makes me panic often because I'm like, am I ever going to be able to live here as an adult? Because, like, yes, I'd like to at least live somewhere else for maybe a year or two, but, or even longer. Honestly, I'm open to anything. I think that, like, I just need to shed that mindset where it's like, you have to stay in one place forever because you're not gonna make friends if you leave. And it's like, bitch, you made friends here. You could have gone your 22 years of life now and made no friends. Ew, why am I about to be 22, bro? Like when I turned, not to get sidetracked, when I turned 21, I was like, this is amazing. Like I'm not old. Like I'm old. Like I'm old in the way that I can do adult things, but I'm young. I'm youthful. I'm 21. Baby, I don't have another milestone birthday, and it's technically not even a milestone. 25. Cause after that it's 30, babe. And after that it's 40 and 50 and 60 and 70, 80 and 90 and 100. Like, but honestly, I like attention. I like attention. Like, why do I have to wait? Why do I have to wait? Also, it looks like the camera is glitching and lagging, which I don't need that. Why are we lagging, baby girl? Please. Anyways, but yeah. Also, I'm gonna make cuts to this episode probably to cut out my ums and my ahs and my whatever the fucks that I do. Cause yeah, but then I'm thinking about it, I'm like, is it better to keep a podcast like with your mistakes in them because it just shows your true authentic self? But then at the same time, I think you can cut stuff out because if like you're sitting there because you're like well yes, and like yeah, so I get cutting out certain things like that. Anyways, yeah, I was complaining about like being scared to move to another state because you're old and you might not make friends, but it's like you literally, bro, like you have ample opportunity to make friends. It's hard, but if you put the effort in, you can make anything happen that you want. We've been through this. Anything you want to make happen is up to you. So, self-deprecation is not hard. We need to embrace who we are. No, literally though, self-deprecation, I do it often, actually. And I'm ashamed of that, but honestly, it's human nature. Like, I think that it's human. It's normal and it's human to be like do the self-deprecation shit. But I think it gets to a point. It gets to a point where it's like no more of that. And okay, I realize I think it's because the episode is uploading as I'm talking, and that's why there's glitches. So hopefully when this is fully done, there's no glitches because I'm not recording this again tonight. I'm going to bed. But I wanted to do an episode in my robe because I was like, first episode back, episode 2 of the revamp in my robe with my setup that I think is so cute. Like, I might keep the flag up too. Maybe, I don't know actually, cause I don't, it's kind of, that clip is like kind of with my plants, and you can see all my my perfumes and such in the back. Anyways, I won this actually at Knott's Berry Farm. I played like one of those carnival games, and I won it on the first try. And I got this ice cream sandwich. It's not a squishmallow. It's like it's the other thing. It's the other one, I think. I'm not sure. Well, I'm gripping her. I'm sorry. She's so cute though. Look at her little face. Look at her little feet. Honestly, I feel like in this episode I should have been doing more of like an introduction back to me. We're 17 minutes into the episode and I haven't done an introduction. I guess we could dial it back and do an introduction. Hello. I'm Peyton, but on my thing it says a podcast by Pete, so I guess I will go by Pete around these parts. I'm 21. I'm about to be 22. Yeah. No, literally when I went to my friend's birthday party last week or 2 weeks ago, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, and I could not, when people were like, what do you do for what do you do for fun? I was like, I don't know. I hang out with my friends. Which honestly, like, girl, no shame in that. Like, I love my friends. I love my friends. But like all these people are like, oh yeah, I like to do blah 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 blah, and I'm like, damn, y'all are adults, because I don't do shit, and I want to do shit. I guess I can talk about what I like. I like nature. I love nature. The idea of like being somebody who goes camping, hiking, road tripping all the time. That is like the life that I want. I want to do that. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to road trip. I want to be able to backpack. I want to go camping all the time. I'm going camping for my birthday actually this year, which I wanted to go camping last year and the year before, but I'm going camping this year for my birthday. With my boyfriend, which is like exciting as fuck, because I'm like, damn, I get to be with my boyfriend in the woods. Hello. Like, I get to go on hikes and I get to go on like nature walks, and like the big thing for me is the stars. I'm gonna be able to get to see the stars. Like, y'all have no idea how much that means to me. Like, being able to like look up and see multiple stars is I'm so excited. Like, I'm genuinely so excited. I'm gonna see if my camera, because I got a Nikon, like a DSLR one. I'm gonna see if it can take photos of the sky, because I'm so freaking pumped to go camping. Like, I love camping so much. Especially we're going camping, like far away from where we live. Not like 7 hours away, but a good distance away. And I'm like, but my dream camping spots, Yosemite and Lake Tahoe. I'm gonna make it happen one day. And honestly, Big Bear Lake, because everybody keeps talking about it, and I'm like, what's tea about Big Bear Lake? I need to figure it out. But yeah, I just like love things like nature. I just love nature. Tying into that, the beach. I fucking love the beach. I love the beach so much. Like, Malibu, Santa Barbara, like, please. And also, I haven't really spent time in San Diego, but the time that I did, the beach down there was literally amazing and so cute. So I'm like, I need that. So yeah, I just love the beach. I love nature. I just, yeah, like the idea of like going to a body of water, going to a lake. Camping by a lake is like my don't play with me. That's like one of my biggest things. I'm like, I need to do that now. But baby steps. I haven't been camping in years, since high school. Literally since high school. So this is me going camping for the first time. Also me spending, like, being with my boyfriend in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, another thing about me, I have a boyfriend. Like, I never thought I would say that. I literally spent so much time being like, men find me repulsive. I'm never gonna find love. Which honestly, like, is such a, like, canon event for a black, plus size, awkward, anxiety ridden girl from SoCal in the Valley. Like, girl, I didn't grow up around a lot of like black people, and the black people that I did grow up around, yeah, the ones I grew up with, like in school, yeah, um, I can count on my hand how many. One, um, like I had in middle school. Yeah, middle school, I had like one black friend, and I'm still friends with her today. And then high school, I had I had one. Like, I had one. Elementary school, I had one. Nice, 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 nice. Um, yeah. And that explains a lot about me, and that's something I need to unpack because I'm like, okay, where are the black people? I need black people around me. Um, but, um, yeah, that's just like such a canon event to feel that way about yourself and be like, yeah. Especially just growing up around like non-black like boys in school, especially, but not even just non-black boys in school, like the other black kids in school who were guys. Like, it just felt like, oh my god, like just being embarrassed and being humbled just because I was a black girl. Like, you don't have to find me attractive, but you don't need to go out of your way to humble me to like appease to whoever. Like, you're weird, bro. So like being able to be like, yes, I have a boyfriend, and he actually thinks I'm really cool and loves me. Like, anyways, sorry. No, but I love him. He's my person, and he honestly, I had to thank him for so much in my life that I'm like, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. Like, and not saying like, oh my god, like my boyfriend is like my reason for living, and like he like tells me what to do. Like, that, not on that type of whatever. Which honestly though, if you want to be like that, hey, actually no, I'm not gonna support that. I'm sorry. Like, independence is important, babes. Independence is important. But basically, what I'm trying to say is, like, he has inspired. I could have just been like, he inspires me, but I had to. Anyways, he inspires me to like be like the best version of myself and like achieve the things I want to achieve. He's so encouraging, and just like, I'm like, oh my god, I love you so much. Like, oh my gosh. But yeah, no, he literally is the best person ever, and I love him. So, love you, babe. Cause girl, do I have some horror stories about men before my man? Yes, I do. But I'm not gonna get into that today, actually. I feel like I've said everything and nothing in this episode, which is like whatever. The first thing on my list to talk about: cutting off toxic people, realizing you're a little toxic too, but healing from it. Um, I don't know if we need to get into that today. Actually, I don't think so. I think I'm gonna table that for um the next episode. Okay, it's gonna be it's gonna be highlighted the way that it's gonna be highlighted, bro. I'm like such a perfectionist. I'm like, it needs to be amazing, and that ties into like the self-deprecation thing where I'm like, I'm not perfect. I need to die. Like, girl, you don't need to die. Like, please, nobody's perfect. Hopefully my thing stops glitching when I finish doing the doop-de-doop. But thank you for listening and watching. I'm just gonna go full force into this and like not be insecure. I'm still gonna be insecure about being perceived, but like, once, like, how people perceive me has nothing to do with me. It's not my business. Like, okay, once I present myself how I'm perceived, is not up to me. Can't do anything about it. Um, I've not looked in the camera at all. Me talking about being perceived and how I present myself, and then being like, so actually, I did this thing that I'm really insecure about, so I'm gonna go and do something really bad to myself. Anyways, ugh. I feel so cozy in my robe, but also hot because it's literally like 1,000 degrees out, and I have a candle on in my robe. Like, but anything for the vibe, though. I'm so excited for next week's episode because I'm like, I'm gonna talk about some. No, I'm kidding. No, but I'm actually gonna talk about like stuff that's important to me to talk about, and yeah, I'm not gonna do like a teaser and be like, next week we're gonna be talking about no. But next week I do have things that I want to talk about. But honestly, with podcasts, I feel like I'm too anal, and I'm like, you need to have a structure, you need to have a schedule, you need to just go with the flow, babe. Just go with the flow. It ain't that serious. And I need to learn that. I need to learn that and just go with the flow. So we're gonna just go with the flow. So obviously structure is important, but we're going with the flow. I'm insanely hot, so I'm gonna take my robe off. And yeah, thank you for listening, and I will see you next week. Bye.